Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for May 5th, 2022 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. It was a nice sunny morning with light northeasterly winds, and I went to Braddock Bay Park about 8:30 this morning. I liked the way this robin looked in the morning sunlight, so I snapped his photo. And I also had a nice look at this young bald eagle. About 9 a.m., I moved to Frisbee Hill since the wind was light and out of the northeast. I was hoping to pick up a bit of a broad-winged hawk flight, which I did, so it was definitely the right choice to go to Frisbee Hill. If the winds are too strong from the northeast, it pushes them in even farther, and sometimes it's a slow day at either spot. But today, with the winds being fairly light out of the northeast, we had a fairly decent flight over Frisbee Hill. Here's a juvenile bald eagle. One highlight of the day was my first of year ruby-throated hummingbird that I was just barely able to snap a photo of. Here we have a juvenile northern harrier. And I had some excellent looks at broad-winged hawks as they lifted off for the day. So here we see an adult broadwing. Probably the most distinctive thing is the tail pattern. But adults also have a dark trailing edge to the wing, the same thing we see on red-tailed hawks. And the adults have kind of this brown barring on the underside. Overall, the juveniles look a lot more light in color because they don't have this dark trailing edge. The tail is a bit more plain. The underside just has some vertical brown streaking on it. So most of the broadwings we saw today, in fact, almost all of them are still adults. So we're still in the adult migration, which means we still have all the juveniles yet to come. Here is one of two peregrine falcons that we saw today. Here we have a red-tailed hawk, and even from a distance we can see those dark patagial bars and the belly band. And it's an adult, so it has a dark trailing edge and a red tail. And just looks more bulky overall than the broadwings. Broadwings also have much pointier wings than red tails. Here we have another bald eagle, and it was a great day for bald eagles. I think we ended up with just over 50. So definitely the time of year that we're seeing lots of bald eagles and lots of broad-winged hawks. Here we have another adult broad-winged hawk. This one is in a glide, but we can still see that dark trailing edge and the distinctive tail pattern. And we can see how pointy those wings look, much pointier than the other buteos. Here we have a juvenile Cooper's hawk. So straight wings, big head, short outer tail feathers. You can see the feathers getting longer and longer as you get towards the middle. And we know it's a juvenile because it has the teardrop streaking on the breast. Here we have a bald eagle that is coming up on 2 years old. So we can see the different ages of feathers, with these longer feathers in the wings being the retained juvenile feathers, and then the darker feathers in between being ones that have already been replaced. It was nice to see 3 wild turkeys. It's a species I don't get to see too often. We occasionally get them at Braddock Bay Park, but more common to see them here at Frisbee Hill. Here is a common raven that made some funny noises at us as it flew over. And here we have a sharp-shinned hawk, and we had a decent number of sharp-shins throughout the day, so their migration is still going fairly steady, although they'll start to decrease over the next few weeks. And if we take a look at eBird, from the park in the morning, had 34 species, but again, I was only there about a half hour. And for Frisbee Hill, where I spent most of the day, I had 52 species, which I think that's a pretty good total for the park. You know, over at Braddock Bay Park, we're looking out over the bay, so it's a lot easier to increase the number because of all of the ducks and the other water-type species. But we don't really get those, so I think the 52 is pretty good for Frisbee Hill. And if we take a look at hawk count for our migrant raptor totals, we had 105 turkey vultures, 3 ospreys, 52 bald eagles, 2 northern harriers, 37 sharp-shinned hawks, 1 Cooper's hawk, 491 broad-winged hawks, 24 red-tailed hawks, 2 American kestrels, 1 merlin, and 2 peregrine falcons, for a total of 720 migrants today. The only new species for the season was ruby-throated hummingbird. And taking a look at the forecast, it's northeast winds as far as the eye can see, unfortunately. Tomorrow, cloudy, high in the low to mid 50s, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Expect light migration. And I'm not even sure if I'll stay at Braddock Bay Park or go into Frisbee Hill. On a day like today where it's sunny with light northeast winds, then Frisbee Hill is usually the place to go. A day like tomorrow when the wind is slightly more easterly, east-northeast, and much stronger, I don't even know that there would be much happening at Frisbee Hill. So I'm going to start at the platform tomorrow and see what's going on. Might end up moving to Frisbee Hill. For Saturday, we're looking at cloudy early with partial sun later, high in the low 50s, winds northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Same kind of thing. For that wind direction, we usually move into Frisbee, but probably won't be much happening over there either. And for Sunday, mainly sunny, high in the low to mid 50s, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So again, I would expect light migration. And as far as my weather app goes out, it's showing northeast winds every day. So what we really need is some kind of front to push through and bring some southwest winds and rain and thunderstorms, and that might bring us a big push of broadwings. Other than that, we're just kind of hoping for days with very light winds where these northeast lake breezes aren't pushing the birds too far inland. So we'll keep an eye on the schedule as we go along, but really there's no great looking days coming up. Ooh, and I have one more thing. I'm not going to show it to you yet, but I'll give you a little hint. A box came in the mail from Shutterfly today, and there's Hawk Watch goodies in here. Alright, that's it for today. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of these daily updates from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. This is David Brown. Thanks for watching.